Okay, so now let's start by configuring our session in our Laravel project. For that, we have to open our .env file, and in here, if we scroll down, we have a section for the session setup. So the first key is the session driver, which is by default the file. We can change it to database, or even we can use Redis to store our session. Now if I change it to back to the file, Laravel stores all the session inside a file which is stored inside our storage framework and inside the sessions folder. In here, as you guys can see, I already have only one session, so let me delete this. And in the browser, if I open it, refresh my page, now this file has been recreated. Now if I opened my project in another browser, so let's go and open a new browser, enter. Now if we go, now there has been two files, one for each browser or one for each session. I can change back to the database. For example, let's change this to database. Now it will store all the sessions inside my database table, and if I open my database table, in here I have a table with the name of sessions, and in here right now there is a record. Let's delete this one, apply, and delete these sessions as well. Now let's go to the browser and refresh, and if I come back to my database, click refresh my table, as you guys can see, right now the session has been created inside my database, and there is no file inside my session folder. If I refresh this page, go back, now it should be two sessions inside my database. So in here, if you want to change the driver of your session from database to file or Redis, you can use the session driver. So let's change it back to the file. Another thing important that we have here is the session lifetime. In here by default it's 120 minutes. So if a user is logged in and he is not active for almost 2 hours, then the session will expire and the user will get logged out. You can change it to 1 minute, 30 minutes, any minute you want. And another important thing is right now the session encrypted. Right now it's by default it's false. So let's open our create another session file. Okay, now let's open the browser. In here, as you guys can see, all the values are stored in plain text, even the token also. As you guys can see here, we can easily see the token and all the details. So if we change it to true, this will encrypt our session. So let's delete this one and refresh our page. Now if I open this, now all my session has been encrypted into a random string. Now let's change this back to false and delete this one. Now let's see how we can add a data or store something inside the session. So for that, let's go to, for example, let's open a controller. So in the controller, inside the brand and the create, in here right now I'm just redirecting back without anything. So in here I want to say to the user that the brand has been created successfully. For adding a data inside my session, I have two options. The first option is to use the request. So I can type here $ request session, then give it the key name. So for example, let's call it ABC, something like this. Then after that, the value. So in the value, you can type your message also, like the brand is created successfully. Now to display this, okay, we have something too many expected zero found. Okay, we forgot one function here. You have to type both. Yeah. Now let's go and create a new brand. So let's open our resources, view brand, and inside the add in here. So in here, to get this session and to display its value, we can simply type first, just we have to check if session, then the key of this, if this session has ABC key, if it's available, then we have to display it. So we can type here session and the key. So now if the session is available, it will display it in here. So let's go to the browser and create a new brand. Okay, let's log in. Let's go to brand, create new one. Okay, click save. Okay, as you guys can see, I got the session message in here that says the brand is created successfully. Now if I refresh, it's still there. Doesn't matter how many times I refresh, it will still be in here. And if I go inside my storage folder, framework, session, and inside my session and scroll at the end, as you guys can see in here, I have the key and also I have my value. So to prevent anyone reading the sessions, you just have to change this to true to make your session file encrypted. Now another method that I can use to add anything inside the session is to use the global session helper by just typing session, and inside here first I have to provide the key. So in this one, let's say for B, and in the second parameter my value. So I get session with session helper. Now let's copy this key and put it in the here. Let's go back, create a new brand, click save, and we did not get the reason because in here we have to pass it like an array. So let's fix this. Now let's go back and create a new brand, click save. Okay, now we got our message in here that the session with the session helper. So you to add data inside your session, you have two options, either by using the request or using the global session helper. Now as we saw previously, this value is still inside our session. Doesn't matter how many times I refresh in here. If you want to delete this message, we can also that we can to delete this session message. So instead of writing the session like this, we can just type session forget, then we can pass the session key in here, the session that we want to delete it from our session. So I want to delete this session. Now let's go and trigger it again. Now as you guys can see, that session is gone. And even if I right now comment this out, refresh again, that session has been, so session key has been deleted. If you want, you can also delete multiple session keys at a single time. So currently we have this session. So if I change this to ABC, let me comment this one, we can still see our previous session. So if you want to delete multiple session keys at a single time, we can also do that by just passing the keys like an array. So in here, if I type ABC as well and trigger that method, now all the sessions has been deleted. So both these keys have been deleted from our session. If you want to, for example, clear all session data entirely, for that you can type session then flash. This will clear all session data entirely. With this method, if you guys notice, whenever I refresh my page multiple times, the session was also there. So what if you want to create a flash message using session? We can do that also, so it can only be displayed once. So for that we can just type here session then flash and pass it the key, for example success, and after that the message you want, for example brand is created successfully. Now let's copy the key here and create a new brand, save. Okay, now I got brand is created successfully. Now the moment I refresh the page again, the message will automatically gone, because this is using the flash message, it will generate the session key only for one type. The most common way that a lot of Laravel developers use session flash is by just directly typing it in here. So in here we can just type wait, then pass the keys, for example success and our message. So let's copy it from here and paste it in here. Now it will do exactly same thing as this one. So if I go and create a new session, click save, I got my message in here, and if I refresh, it is gone. So these are the sessions and built-in functions in Laravel which you can use for your session.